Meandering streams, because of their nature, often have other features associated with them. So this shows a meandering stream, and we can see just how much it's meandering. It's definitely not following the straightest line path between these two because it's close to ultimate base level. It does not have a lot of potential energy for down cutting, but it has deposited its own alluvium in this wide valley, and it can fairly easily erode through this alluvium and just keep moving back and forth over time. So as that happens, here we have the meandering stream itself with the associated cut banks and point bars, the levees on the side of it, and the floodplains on either side of that, all within the valley here. And also associated with the meandering stream, this is always changing over time. So at some point, for example, this stream could have been coming down like this, coming up here, and then coming all the way around here and back through here. But at some point, it actually cut itself off. It was able to just kind of both of the outsides of the meander loops were getting eroded away, and it found an easier path to go through, and it's cut itself off. So this area of land between the meander and this leftover piece out here is called the cutoff. And the thing that we call this area here, which is no longer attached to the stream, but it is a body of water. It's now a lake instead of part of a moving body of water. We call that an oxbow lake due to its shape. So this would be an oxbow lake. This would be an oxbow lake. In the future, this might be an oxbow lake after this meander cuts itself off by eroding back in this direction and this direction until the river finds an easier path to move downstream. Here's an example of an oxbow lake here. Here's the, you can see the river in the distance over here. The river comes like this and back like that between the trees there. And at one point, the river was flowing like this, came all the way around here, and then came back to be associated with the river. But at some point, we would have got the cutoff, which is located here. And then the remaining river channel, which is a depression, a low, still has the water inside of it. And that remains as a lake that's no longer connected to the river, which is called an oxbow lake. And here's another example of an oxbow lake. Here we can see the river back here. At some point it was coming up like this, going all the way around like that, and then finally back like that. But at some point it was able to cut itself off. The two meander loops were able to cut themselves off, and the river was able to find an easier way through this area. But this depression in the ground where the river channel carved this low area and the water still remains in it is now an oxbow lake as opposed to being part of the active meandering river channel.